I am a private pilot. In today's video, I will be covering the details on how to become a pilot and all the routes you need to take and some of the obstacles that you will face along the way. Stay tuned and I hope you enjoyed this video. Step 1. You have the spark. At the beginning of every pilot's career, there is a spark, motivation, or enthusiasm that ignites the flame of the idea about becoming a pilot. Whether you have a family member or friend in the field always wanted to become a pilot, joining the military, or just getting interested, there are many benefits to becoming a pilot in regards to finances for the future, family, travel, and solo travel, including recreational flying, carrying passengers, and flying with family. Okay, we just discussed about the spark and interest into becoming a private pilot. Now we will talk about the commitment and responsibilities needed for this task. Becoming a pilot takes a lot of courage and motivation to work hard, being eager and accepting to learn new topics about flight each and every day, accepting failure and continuation to work harder and persevere through hard times and having the end goal always in sight. Now we will talk about the process into becoming a private pilot. The first step you need is to find a local flight school that you can receive your flight training from. Once you've found a flight school, then you will be able to meet your new flight instructor and see how he teaches and if you enjoy the way he teaches. Every flight instructor you have may not be your favorite and may not be able to teach you what you need to know in the way you comprehend. So, it is always good to find the right flight instructor to make your training as simple and fun as possible. Flying is not cheap by any means. It costs a lot of money to receive flight lessons. Though this may be true, these flight lessons may be an investment towards your future in the wish to becoming a commercial, corporate, or military pilot. The documents needed to be able to fly are student pilot certificate, which you will need to apply for during your training, an FAA medical certificate, which you will need to see a special doctor, an airman's medical examiner to see if you're healthy and capable to be able to fly, and a government-issued photo ID. Preparing for your first solo flight, cross-country flights, which are flights greater than 50 nautical miles to another airport, and the FAA written test, which is a series of questions that will test your knowledge of becoming a private pilot, and the check ride, which will be approximately 1 hour of ground oral examination, which will test you on practical real-life scenarios of flying, and a flight to see if you're able to operate the plane safely and confidently without giving the examiner any doubts that you are not able to perform the flight. And finally, fulfilling all the necessary requirements for these steps with your flight instructor and on your own. Becoming a pilot isn't easy. Studying constantly for every exam, after and before every flight, and oral to proceed through the steps to becoming a private pilot is necessary. I know failure is something that nobody wants to receive and experience, but this does happen in flying. Whether it's a flight, solo stage check, or cross-country stage check, as long as you understand what you did wrong and work harder to pass next time, you will have no problem with becoming a pilot. As a student pilot or a pilot in the aviation world, you will come to see that weather isn't always your friend. Between raining and windy conditions, weather may delay your process into becoming a private pilot. But don't let this degrade your motivation. Always do as much as you can revolving around the Earth's cycle of weather and make the most out of every lesson you have. Congratulations! You have now taken the check ride and have received your private pilot certificate and are certified to operate an airplane as pilot in command and also carry passengers. This is an amazing feeling and reward, but it does come with many responsibilities. The first is always to use your best judgment every flight and make the best and most appropriate decisions for your safety, your passengers, and other pilots. Now completing this remarkable achievement and receiving all the basic knowledge of flying and an airplane as a private pilot, it is now time to spark up your interest into getting your instrument rating. In conclusion, I hope this video found you well and gave you the overall expectations of becoming a private pilot. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at the email link below and in the slide, burnsp3@my.erau.edu. And blue skies.